guys, this is Debbie with I'd Rather Be Camping, and I'm going to do a makeover built-in china cabinet. It's just a builder's grade. It used to be oak, and I did paint it all white, but I want to do something different. I think I'm going to remove the doors, and I have it narrowed down to a couple colors, and I'm not sure, I might sand this all down and try to do like more of a wood tone. I don't know if I'll change, I might change the handles, but that is what I'm going to attempt to do. So I think what I'm going to do first is hopefully go out in the garage and find some boxes to have somewhere to put all this stuff, clean it down, start sanding, all that good fun stuff, and get started.
All that sanding dust in the house.
I know. Okay, got the doors off, or Ed did, and we got everything out of it. And now it's a lot. Putting them in these, boxes, and already took some out to the garage. It's amazing how much stuff I had in there, which was mostly milk glass. But now I'm going to start. I will have to, sand everything. This I did when I had painted it white. This is actually cloth where you use starch on it, so I'm supposed to just be able to wet it and it's supposed to come right off. So we will see if that happens. I've never done that before, but I think it will because I've seen other people do it. All right, back to work. Okay, I got that wall, well actually it's fabric off, which was super easy, but I don't like the way they did this for shelving. And when I paint, I'm probably going to sand this and actually paint the inside of this white again, but that's what it's going to leave looking like, which with the doors on, you didn't notice it. But this way you're going to notice it. So I don't know. Me and Ed have talked about it. I think I might, I really don't know. I might try to fill that in and then do the pegs, drill a hole with the pegs for the shelving in a couple places so I can adjust my shelves. But I really don't like that design. I'll have to see what my options are. But, alright, so now I think I'll start sanding. Putting some new sandpaper on. I went through quite a bit of it, using some different sanders. Okay. Right, so I got some samples of colors. This is called Fresh Tone. It's a bear paint color, and this is Jojoba name. And I did get the Glidden samples in satin to try these colors out. And what I have done is, because I like this, but I wanted a little more green. This is 50-50 of these two mixed. And this one is 100% of this with 25% of this mixed in. And I kind of am leaning toward that. But I thought that's what I'm doing, is trying to make up my mind. That's always hard because I'm not a good one at picking colors. But yeah, I think I might be leaning toward that. I'll have to see which one Ed likes. All right, back to work. Okay. This is kind of a messy job, right, Ed? This is where...
It's not as bad as doing the what do you call it, the paint stripper. This is cleaner than the paint stripper.
Yeah, this is where I started by sanding, which that one spot took me forever. So Ed went and bought this heat gun at Harbor Freight, and I started using it over here. I was like, dude, this is going so much faster now. So I will go back over with sandpaper, obviously, and it's okay. Oh, people left the house and didn't take him, so he's gonna cry. And Ed took over here. But just you heat it up till it starts bubbling, and it just melts it off basically. So that's pretty cool. I thought that.
And I was a welder for 45 years, so it doesn't really bother my hand.
Yeah, my hands are getting tired. I asked him if he wanted to play with the new tool. This heat gun was $16.99 at Harbor Freight. So, and I'll use it for a lot of other stuff, mostly to dry things with. But
It has a high and a low setting.
yeah, high and low setting. So anyway, I thought I'd share that. Before I ever painted it white, I don't know if you can see, but this was the original oak color, and I am trying to remove most of that stain out of there and lighten it like really light. I'm gonna put like a natural stain over it and see if I like that or not, because I do want it light. You know, when I'm going to try that, of course the rest of this will be painted. But anyway, back to work. So Ed ended up stripping the rest of that paint off with the heat gun, and I'm just using a 100 grit sand disc to trying to get the stain off, which it's working. It's really working out. Just takes some time and patience. These holes, and Ed has to do, because I can only reach up so far. I don't want to get on a ladder, but he's going to do that up in there and this back here. And then we will be done with that part of the prep. And we're going to fill these, see how this goes. We're going to fill these tracks in right here with, what did you get to fill that in?
Painter's putty.
Yeah, so
And
we'll
then
see.
I'll just drill a small hole where we want the shelves.
Yeah, we'll put pegs in. But that's so far. Back to work. Where I sanded it, I used, we painted bleach on 4 times, I believe.
4 times.
Yeah, to lighten it up. And here's the drawers. I saran wrapped them so it wouldn't get a big old mess inside. But all I'm going to be painting is the tops of these. I'm not going to paint the sides. I'm going to just leave them white. But this is what they look like. And here's the cabinet doors. I have them all sanded down. And what I'm getting ready to do now is start on the shelves. I don't think they will be too bad. It was just getting all around this edging and everything that took a while, and both sides. Okay, here's how it's coming along. We have 1 coat primer. Ed does the up high stuff. I don't want to get on a ladder, but show them what we're using. This is the same primer that we used on my bedroom set. There is a video on that. It
But it
shows.
has to have the shellac in it.
Yeah, it's really good. It's,
No bleed through.
yeah,
No.
it's real thin, but it sticks on there. But, so
It's almost like putting Mod Podge on.
anyway, here's that. The doors, the cabinet doors, the drawers, they're already primed, and I'm getting ready to put the paint on. So, over
It lays
here,
down really flat.
here's real life, people. Our leftover fast food. There's Emily. And what we're using, or I'm using here, is this urethane alkyd satin, and I am mixing 1 cup with a quarter a cup of, let's see, this other color right here. I remember what this is, and I don't have the name. I'll just put it on it. This is Fresh Tone, and I cannot remember this. It has a it's Jobaha. I don't remember. I'm gonna have to. Yeah, it's got a different name, and I just can't think of it. I'll probably put it up. I'll think of it in a little bit. But I'm mixing those two, and it comes out real close to a vintage duck egg color, which I thought was really pretty. So I'm gonna finish mixing this up. Just got my last coat on these 2 cabinet doors. The other 2 cabinet doors are done. I know I haven't filmed much painting, but I think you all know how to do that. And I'm putting my last coat on these shelvings. I have to go get my sanding block. Sorry, babe. Okay, I'm just gonna take my sanding block because it has, you know, just to smooth it out.
That's a sponge.
Yeah.
Sanding sponge.
Sanding sponge. So excited that we're nearing the end of this. And my new tools are supposed to come today. But this is the easy part, because the first coat is always a little harder, but then you go in with a second coat and it's so much easier, and it just finishes it off. Glad to almost be done. And then the fun part of styling it. The problem is kind of want a new look for that whole thing in there. But that's okay. Getting done. Right, here it is, and getting it. But this, if I can get it, we're gonna paint it white. All of that's inside, and this is the top that we sanded down. We just kind of want to leave it natural with some kind of protective seal on it. I'm just hoping it doesn't pull a lot of yellow and orange. And I did just put some dollar store contact paper in there. But that's what I'm getting ready to do, is tape off this and paint the back. And boy, if you use that Durham putty, it works great. It dries super hard, but when you sand it, oh, it made a mess. This is a pocket door right here, so we did have it closed, and we could close off that door, and then we just put a plastic sheeting up here to close the kitchen off, and up here to try to keep it out of the living area. And let me tell you, made a huge mistake. I didn't take anything down. I did cover their little coffee bar over there, and we had to take everything down, and I had to take my curtains down. We had to clean the walls and everything. It made such a mess, but oh, glad that's over. I'm telling you, the cleanup was awful, because I mean ceiling and everything. But yeah, we did have, because we had quite a bit, because we were covering those shelf metal changers out right in there. So that's it so far. This is the paint we're using to paint the white. Not our favorite paint, but it's working out. We already had it, so that way we didn't have to spend any money. We used this in our bathrooms. Look at those painted hands. We used it in our bathroom. We had shiplapped our bathroom. We used, you know, the plywood and made it into strips of shiplap or faux shiplap, and this is what we used. And I didn't like it then. It's just kind of runs pretty easy thin, but it works. This was going over a already kind of white anyway, so I'm done. But I'm going to put a little more coat, because I think it has a little see-through right there. Okay, so we are at the point where Ed's putting the hinges back on. I got the hardware, so we're going to try to get it all back together today, and we will have to drill some peg holes and put holes in, put our shelves in. Still have to get something to seal that top. I'm using this Minwax polyacrylic water base in a clear satin. Just gonna start with a thin coat, and then when it dries, I'll wait a few hours, then I'll put another one, because give it a chance to kind of soak down in there. Ed and his YouTube blaring out there. I'm all done with it, and I really like the way it turned out. Here's Andy. And I went ahead and decorated it for summer, because I thought it would be fun. With the theme this year is lemon, sunflowers, and bees. But this is it, and I'm loving the color. These are the knobs I went with. I think they're really pretty. It's quite different. I usually go pretty plain, but I thought these would be really nice on there. And the top that we sanded down and bleached, I think came out really nice. I really like how light it came out. And some of this stuff, but of course you gotta have twinkle lights. But I really like the color. I like it being open now, because with the doors it really blocked a lot of what you had in there, which was a lot of milk glass, which I have now boxed up for a little while. I just wanted to change up. But there she is, all done, thank goodness. I really like the way it came out. All right, I'm going to show you close up. This bleaching of the wood came out so nice. It really lightened it up. So, and I don't know. And then there's the knobs, which I normally, and I did, they had 2 sizes. I went with the bigger size. And this is how it came out. We did do the back white, and then, you know, our recall vintage duck egg color. But there it is. And I'm really happy with it. Okay, well that's it for this video. If you're a subscriber, thank you. I have no idea what we'll be doing next. We are planning a trip to Idaho in the fall. I would love to go out and see fall colors because we don't get those here where we live. But thank you so much for watching, and I hope you come back. See you next time. Bye-bye.